More time. I mean, it's choppy. It looks like it's freezing up. If it starts freezing up, I'll have to end it again. I have to end it again if it starts freezing up. Come on now, Land of Egg Rolls, get your act together. All right, we're live, or so it appears, right? 171.4 pounds today, down from 174.2. Yes, weird. 2.5 pound drop, 2.5 pound gain. So now I lose it. Up, down with this weight. Trying to get down to 168. How you guys doing? I'm going to do a quick yoga. If yoga bores you, or seeing a physical action bores you, then you don't have to bother watching. Go watch something else. Maybe there's some silly prank you could watch on top, because it's loaded with nonsense on this platform. Anyway, I'm just going to do a nice yoga flow. This is Boho Beautiful. Let's see if I could get show you this little hottie here. And by the way, this does not go against any community standards, so don't even go there. TikTok. They like to slap that label on everything I do. I'm trying to find the can't find it. How do you turn the free camera? How do you turn the camera? How do you rotate the camera? Can you rotate the camera? It's crazy. So if you want to get started, grab your no, I like my own video by accident.
And if you're looking for more of an immersive yoga experience, check out our new Boho Beautiful official app, which can be found at www.bohobeautiful.tv.
Alright, you little hottie, you Canadian hottie. Alright, folks. You're going to see a chiseled physique. There she is. Boho hottie. Alright. A chiseled physique in action.
Let's begin today seated at the back of
Don't hate.
with your knees together. Take your arms.
It's just yoga. So all we're doing is yoga.
The fingers.
Okay?
Now I'd like you to
I just set a personal best on a deadlift.
Open up that chest and
You'll see it later on.
Lead yourself down, placing the top of your head onto the floor, and just bring your weight forward as the hands come down. So you're giving yourself a big shoulder stretch, and then slowly coming up to that seated, opening the heart. Let's do that again. Nice fluid motion. Bring your forehead down and then just roll a little bit further to the top of your head. Sit back down. Open up the body. And again, slowly release your body. Forehead and then top of the head onto the floor. Arms reaching forward. Lift your hips off the heels. And then see if you can release the hands now. And then I want you to grab your heels with both hands. Bring the head a little bit closer towards the knees, and then start to lift your hips up to the sky. What we're doing here is creating a beautiful separation between your shoulder blades.
You gotta keep them separated.
Slowly from here, sit back down. Lift yourself back up. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale slowly from here. Hands come down. Sliding the arms forward as you roll yourself over to your hands and knees.
Just doing yoga today, folks.
And then slowly press your way back up. Downward facing dog. Awesome. Our first downward dog, we're just going to give it a little bit of time to release any tension out of the back.
I lift weights. I do high intensity weight training.
Side.
I do battle ropes.
Out your feet a little bit.
I do power yoga.
And then slowly from here.
I do the mini trampoline, about 10 minutes of jumping jacks and different various interval exercises.
Making that wave-like motion with the body coming forward. Exhale, coming back. So connect with the breath. Now inhale, come forward. Exhale, roll yourself back. Make this as fluid as you like. Come forward into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale from here, opening upward into upward facing dog. And then just release the upper body down. Lift the upper body back up. Bring it back down. So that wave-like motion of the chest. Bring it back up. And then we'll lift into the hands. Downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. Open up through the chest. Breathe it out. Go deep. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. This time, I'd like you to hop towards the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Rolling yourself up to standing as you inhale. Arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. arms up, reach up, starting with our sun salutations. Hold. Halfway lengthen. Exhale, take into plank position. Chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, we're facing down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Hold it here. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, hop to the front of your mat. Halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, standing up, reaching both arms back up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. We're going to do that a couple more times, guys. Really getting that blood flowing through the body. Inhale, reach up, look back. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step or hop this time into your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Exhale, push back downward. Facing dog, release the feet. Hold for a breath. Let it go. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, standing up straight, arms reaching up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart.
Surya Namaskar A.
Surya Namaskar A. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, arms up, look up, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop the knee, look up. Inhale, hold the breath as you hold your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back downward, facing dog. Inhale, this time you're going to step with your right foot forward, drop the left knee. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, lift those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up, lift up, open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, this time step your left foot back. Retain the breath as you hold your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog.
Reverse shrugs.
Exhale, downward facing dog. This time, left foot steps forward. Drop your right knee, inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, lift up, reach both arms up to the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands down.
Surya Namaskar B.
Surya Namaskar B. This time we're going to start with our chair. Inhale, bend your knees, reach up, look up. Exhale, slowly dive forward, forward fold. Halfway lengthen. Exhale, step or hop back into plank chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back, release, downward facing dog. Right foot is going to step between your two hands. Drop your left heel to the mat. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Arms up. Dive the arms back down. Square off, step back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back downward, facing dog. Right to the other side. Left foot steps forward. Ground the right heel. Arms reach back up. Virabhadrasana 1. Open, strengthen the body. Find that focus. Release the arms. Step back into plank where you can keep that left leg extended. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog as you open. Exhale, push back, let it go. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work, you guys. Take an inhale here. Go deeper. Let it go. Just start to feel your body become warm. Lift the heels, bend your knees, hop towards the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach both arms up. Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, release as you slowly come up to standing. Beautiful work, you guys. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Find that grounding in the breath. Inhale, reach both arms up to the sky. This time I just want you to dive down, bend your knees. Let's keep this motion fluid. Arms reach back up. Exhale, bend your knees and dive it down for 2. Arms open as you inhale, welcome that oxygen. Exhale, you let it all go as you dive forward. One more inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your knees, release towards Mother Earth. Inhale, halfway lengthen now. Exhale, from here you're going to slowly release or step back into your plank, chaturanga. Release the toes as you open the heart into your upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, you push yourself back into your downward facing dog. Hold it here for a breath. Let your mind settle. Reach your right leg up to the sky, bend your knee. This time take your right knee to your right thumb. Drop the back knee to the floor, pigeon pose. Square out your hips.
Hip to be square.
Find that center. Once you're ready, opening the chest. Then as you exhale, come on down to your elbows, or perhaps all the way down with your chest to the floor. Now we heated the body. We got the heart rate up a little bit. Now as we relax and go deeper, the muscles are ready to take on this posture. They're ready to release and go deeper, letting go of tension in your glute muscle and your piriformis and your lower back. I want you to stay here and I want you to close your eyes and just enjoy. Enjoy this posture, enjoy this moment. Listen to your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly from here, hands next to the side of your body. Left knee to your left thumb. Hips are square.
Hip to be square.
Relax your right knee towards the floor. Release the back toes. Square the hips out and then slowly make your way down with your elbows towards the mat. Releasing into your pigeon pose on the other side. And same thing goes for the side. Close your eyes. Let yourself, let your body surrender into this posture. Letting go of any resistance you may be feeling along the side of the body. Breathe it out. Deep breath in into both nostrils. Long exhalation out as you slowly bring your hands next to your body. Lift the chest, tuck your back toes, pressing into the hands, stepping into plank, and take that chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back. Release your body into downward facing dog. Let it go.
Letting go.
Deep breath in. Exhale, lift the heels, bend your knees, and slowly sit back into child's pose at this time. Feel free to open up your knees so your body can come in between the legs. Arms reaching forward, you're letting go of your body as you exhale. Let it go. Inhale deeply. Exhale, slowly roll yourself up to seated. Keep your knees together at this time and simply place your hands onto the knees. Roll your shoulders back. Feel free to close your eyes. And then once you're ready, arms are going to reach up to the sky. You're going to find that length. Bend your elbows, hands onto your forehead. And then slowly center your body and release your hands towards your heart. Close your eyes and take this opportunity to thank yourself.
They're always thanking themselves. They never thank God. These yogis.
Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat.
All right, you little cutie.
I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I send you love and light.
Next up, I'll do the mini trampoline, which is called the rebounder. It drains your lymphatic system. It builds bone density. 10 minutes is equal to 30 to 40 minutes of running, believe it or not. It's safe on your joints. Develops cardiovascular physical fitness. And is all around one of the best exercise. Works every muscle in your body. The rebounder. Check it out. You know when you were kids, you jumped on a trampoline, the big ones? Well, this one's it's about 3 feet across total. And you don't get the cheap ones. If you just look this stuff up, rebounding on YouTube. Look it up. And basically, It works out every muscle in your body. You want to get a quality one. You don't want to go to Big Lots or Ollie's and get a rebounder unless it's like a real good name brand that happens to be on discount. Two top brands out there that I know of. We have the Urban one, Urban like the city, a city's Urban, and the Urban one has springs on it. It's the mat is attached to springs to make it bounce. And it does get loud unless you grease them. You can use Vaseline and grease each spring, and then the sound all that noise will eventually go away as you're bouncing on it. It's a great exercise. I finished my day off with that. And the other type of rebounder is called the Bellicon, Bellicon. Look this up on YouTube ScrewTube. You'll see it. Now, the Bellicon's more expensive than the Urban, and it uses bungee cords. The mat's attached to bungee cords, and the bungee cords are attached to the frame, and that's going to make it very quiet. I don't know bungee cords versus springs. I prefer the springs, but then again, they've been known to break too, and I've had to replace them. So it's just whichever one you could afford, whichever one you feel like comfortable with. I just don't recommend getting the cheap ones, like $49 ones or anything like that. You want to do your research. The Urban, if you go on YouTube, they'll show you how strong it is. They had a big pick 'em up truck, was placed. They had 4 Urban rebounders or mini trampolines outside, right? And they placed a pickup truck on a wheel on each one. So these four of them were holding up like this big pickup truck, several tons. So that should give you an idea how strong each one of them is. They can handle a lot of weight. Now it's not recommended to use it if you're like, I don't know, there's a weight range because if you're bouncing on this thing, I might be 171 pounds, but when I'm bouncing on it, when I'm coming down to the mat, it's going to feel like a lot more than that, hitting the mat, right? As I jump up and then I'm hitting it hard down, so it's going to feel like a lot more force than what I weigh is hitting the mat. So you got to keep that in mind. There's a certain weight limit I think you got to be it could take. And I don't know what it is. It might be 250, something like that. You just do your research. Because you don't want to be using your trampoline and you go right through it and hit the floor full force because you're going to get hurt big time. Ours, the Urban one, comes with a safety bar, and this is safe to use for even people in their 90s. And like I said, it's one of the best exercises you could do. It helps get rid of cellulite. It builds your glutes and your legs like crazy, man. It does. So the rebound is one of the best things that I'm glad that I have one. And invested in that was invested in. And 10 minutes, like I said, is equal to 30, 40 minutes of exercise or running, and it's safe on your joints. And it's a win-win. Plus, it helps realign as you're jumping up and down. It helps kind of like realign your neck. You'll hear your neck crack sometimes or certain things, so it helps with alignment, I should say. What's the fluid that's in your joints? Synovial? Something like that fluid. It's good. Just research this stuff. That's all you gotta do. If you ain't got much time for exercising, perhaps the rebounder's for you. 10 minutes. Yeah. Now on YouTube, they got 60-minute boot camp classes. Homie, don't play that. I haven't graduated to that level yet, nor do I care to because I'm already busy working out in the gym, I do deadlifts. You're gonna see. I'm gonna try to upload a personal best one up later tonight. I dropped 70 pounds. I used to be 240, 239, 240 plus around there. And I'm about 6 foot tall and I'm 53, but I started losing the weight when I was 47 back in 2017 and never looked back. And I feel better at this weight. I sleep like a baby. I don't have anxiety attacks like I used to. Of course, the yoga helps. I'm eating as clean as possible. I drink brewskis at night. I do. I'll admit it. That's my vice. That helps me go to sleep. It helps me relax. Steel Reserve 211. 8.1%. Edge beer, made by Ice House, 8%. And then I recently discovered Colt 45. Now, before you start laughing, don't confuse it with the Colt 45 malt liquor. No. No, sir, no, ma'am. The Colt 45 that I drink is 8.5%, and it tastes just like the Steel Reserve and Edge. It's like, how would you describe that? How do they describe their beverages? Let's take a look, shall we? Let's take a look. Take a look. Oh, brewskis. Oh, let's take a look. Edge. See this? Edge. Okay. What do they call themselves? Alcohol? Is it a lager? Doesn't really say. All right, so let me get my Steel Reserve 211. That's 8.1%. And it says 8.1%. I don't know if you can see that. High gravity. lager. There you go. Okay, so the Edge and the Steel Reserve and the Colt 45 are lagers. Edge is 8%, Steel Reserve is 8.1%, and Colt 45 is 8.5%. It tastes pretty good. Add a little lime to that, and I'm feeling great. 3 of those a night. But see, I do a lot of exercise. I also drink 3 of these. All right? This is filtered water. Come here. Let me show you something. I'm not talking about, you can't, don't be going out and getting no $20 Walmart or Dollar General, hold on a second, or Dollar General filters. You got to get the good stuff, all right? You're gonna have to invest, but it's an investment in your health. Let me show you. Now I don't know how to rotate this camera. I don't know why it's hard to find on this freaking thing. How do you rotate the camera? I'm afraid I'll end it if I touch the wrong button. This right here, this is an Alexa Pure, as seen on InfoWars. That's right, got it from that InfoWars store. It's about $200. But as you look in there, I have 2 filters. See that? And you can put up to 4 filters in there. The more filters, the more the merrier. But they're expensive. They're like $100 of filters. But guess what? They filter 5,000 gallons of water, taking out 99.9% of the crap-to-tap toxins out of your water. Yeah. And so I use these, we buy Eternal. It's alkaline water, right? And then I reuse the bottle for a certain amount of time. It might be a couple months until I feel like it's getting too old. Then I'll retire it. I'll recycle it. And it's non-BPA, the bottle, so that helps. Okay? So this right here is Alexa Pure, purified water. I drink 3 of these a day. It's 50 point, what is it, 50 point something ounces? 50.7 ounces. It's 152 ounces a day of water that I drink. So I drink a lot of water, flush it out my system with a lot of water. And of course the Rebounder helps detox you. I also drink detox tea. I do a lot of intermittent fasting. I do battle ropes, high intensity weight training, 1 set to failure. And you'll see if you go on my page, my profile, whatever you call this, TikTok, you'll see me deadlifting. I do very slow repetitions, time under load, without slamming the dead weight deadlifts on the floor like an idiot. I don't do stuff like that. I can't stand it when you hear kapow, kapow at the gym. It's retarded. It's like if you got to drop it and slam the floor with it, you can't handle it. That means it's too heavy for you, period. It's retarded. So it's much harder when you're deadlifting to barely touch the floor or just about touch the floor and then return it up in a slow fashion. 235 pounds after a minute or so is going to feel like you're picking up a car. You see what I'm saying? At any rate. Time under load. 1 set to failure. That's it. That's what I do on all my exercises. Shrugs, chestises, glutes. I've been doing the hip thrust, by the way. For glutes, you know what that is? If you don't, go look it up. A friend of mine at the gym calls it "Don't Look Me in the Eye." You'll know why when you see it, but it's actually, it turns out, one of the best exercises I've done. I shied away from it for a long time. I thought it was just that's a girly exercise. I was doing glutes another way. You know what I mean? I was like using the Smith machine, and I'd be on my stomach, and I would like kick back, press back on the bar. I was doing glutes like 1 leg at a time that way, and that was hard to do that way. And finally, I broke down and did the hip thrust. Someone at the gym, Lauren, showed me how she does it, and I was like, all right, it's kind of weird looking. It looks like, well, go check it out. You'll understand. What it's kind of like.